As soon as it goes live, oh, all right. Am I audible, Mitchell? Actually, just lost power. The meeting is being live streamed, and now let's hand over the charge to our president, distinguished Toastmaster, Sir Praz Nazeer. Over to you, sir. Over to you, Mr. President, DTM Sarfaraz.
DTM Sarfraz, you are mute.
I was having difficulty trying to get my wireless speakers to work, but welcome, fellow Toastmasters. It is my honor to join the Karachi Toastmaster Club's 1100th meeting. What a milestone. Karachi Toastmasters Club was chartered in September 2000. And since then, clubs have been chartered and many of them have already folded. Karachi Toastmasters Club is one of the few clubs in the organization that is not only active, but it is a very successful club. It took a few years for the club to become Distinguished Club. The first time it became Distinguished Club was in 2004. Since then, for 20 years, the club has been a Distinguished Club or a Select Distinguished Club or a President's Distinguished Club. In order for the club to be a Distinguished Club, it must achieve 5 of the 10 goals in the Distinguished Club program and must have at least 20 members or a net gain of 3 members. It used to be 5, net gain of 5 members in the past. Recently, it has been changed to net gain of 3 members. For the last 6 years, Karachi Toastmasters Club has been a President's Distinguished Club, 9 or 10 goals. Once again, for the year 2023-2024, the club has achieved all 10 goals in the Distinguished Club program. That is an accomplishment. I looked at the Distinguished Club program status of some of the clubs in different districts. There's many clubs that have simply attained 1 or 2 goals so far. One of the best thing about KTC is the education level completions in the Pathways program. A few years ago, I remember it was in the top 10 in the world in terms of number of Pathways level completions. There are many, many clubs during the past 9 months, they have 0 education level completions, which means either people are not giving speeches, or if they're giving speeches, they are not entering them in base camp. Karachi Toastmasters Club has a record of 12 DTMs. There are 9 DTMs or 9 members who have achieved DTM through Karachi Toastmasters Club. And those 9 Toastmasters have a total of 12 DTMs. The first member of Karachi Toastmasters to achieve DTM status was Zaid Kalia, Distinguished Toastmaster, who earned his DTM on 28th of December 2018. The second one to achieve DTM status was Muhammad Munib on 11th March 2019. And of course, the third one was Talha bin Hamid, distinguished Toastmaster, who got his first DTM on 9th of July 2019. And since then, he has received a couple of more DTMs through Karachi Toastmasters Club. In addition to some of the education accomplishments, Karachi Toastmasters also has some very active Toastmasters, including Talha bin Hamid, distinguished Toastmaster, Imran Rana, almost a distinguished Toastmaster, one of the active Toastmasters from District 122, who is also a member of Karachi Toastmasters and is right now smiling, is Hina Ali. Another one is Saad Shoaib, DTM. He's currently associated with another club in District 122, so he's not active on a regular basis, but he is a very proud member of, or used to be a proud member of Karachi Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmaster Saad Shoaib. One of our other active members, Ali Ashar Anjum. Normally, I would not go over some of the accomplishments of KTC, but since this is a special meeting, that's why I'm mentioning the Ali Ashar Anjum has been a very integral part of this club. And since he had to travel outside the country for a purpose of advanced education, he became a non-member of Karachi Toastmasters Club. Distinguished Toastmaster Irfan Farooqi is not an official member of KTC, but he's a very active Toastmaster of not only Karachi Toastmasters, but also District 122. You can log in on any Zoom meeting of a club in District 122. You will find DTM Irfan Farooqi over there. Whenever there's a posting of, hey, we had a successful meeting and there's a picture or a snapshot of the members attending the meeting, you'll always find his smiling face, someone who is not only an active Toastmaster, participates in table topics and gives speeches in clubs, but also is very active in gardening. And I'm looking forward to seeing his garden that he's now, it's under construction on the top of his house, on the rooftop. And then we have a very special Toastmaster for today's meeting, distinguished Toastmaster Samir Dodi. He has been a member of Karachi Toastmasters Club since September 2005. It's almost 20 years. And it is my honor and pleasure to introduce to you our Toastmaster for today's meeting, distinguished Toastmaster Samir Dodi.
Thank you, DTM Nazir, for the introduction. It is indeed my pleasure to serve as the Toastmaster of the day today. Before introducing the theme of the day, let me explain the agenda of the meeting. As all of you know, that Toastmaster meetings are divided into 3 sessions. The first will be the debate session. The second is the table topic session. And the last is the evaluation or the feedback session. I will now call upon the role players to introduce themselves. The first role player is the timer and vote counter, DTM Tala. Can you please explain your roles?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. My duty will be to show timing cards against all segments. For example, if a speech is 5 to 7 minutes, I'll be showing 5 minutes at 5, 6 minutes, yellow at 6 minutes, and red at 7 minutes. For table topics, it's 1, 1.5, and 2. For evaluations, it's 2, 2.5, and 3. And of course, our role players also have a cap of 3 minutes, the tag team. So every time you see red, that means that you have 30 seconds to wind up your presentation. And if failing that, you will not be considered for voting. And as vote counter, I'll be floating the votes for 5 different occasions in the meeting. The first would be for best prepared speaker. The second would be best table topic speaker. The third would be best evaluator, best facilitator, and finally the best big four. As vote counter, I cannot vote unless there's a tie, and that is pretty much it for my role. So over to you, Mr. Toastmaster of the day. And let me just share with you that Toastmaster Hina is our backup grammarian, our first no, I won't say choice. Our primary grammarian is Toastmaster Asghar. If he cannot join in a few minutes, then Toastmaster Hina will take over. So maybe she can introduce the role right now.
Thank you. I would also like to know about our counter, TM Rafat Mubin. Is he here or shall somebody take over?
Yes, she is due to join shortly. So maybe you can just briefly introduce her.
All right. For the R counter, the role is to count the R's and M's and any filler words. Toastmaster Rafat Mubin will be doing that for us today. The listener is Abdul Rahman. Will he be joining today?
Yeah, he's already here.
Okay, please. In that case, Toastmaster Abdul Rahman, please give the details of your role.
Toastmaster Abdul Rahman, are you there?
Never mind. I think that he will hopefully join. His role is to listen to the speeches and remember some phrases that we will all try to remember at the end of the meeting. Now I will request the grammarian, Toastmaster Henna, to give the details of her role.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, TTM Samir. Good morning, everybody. My role as the grammarian today will be to listen for the use of good English phrases and words, and also to look out for any grammatical mishaps or errors. And I will give my report at the end when called upon. Thank you.
Thank you. I believe that's about it, but we also have a very special guest. He is past director, Ali Shabazz. I think he's at work right now, so he cannot speak at the meeting, but maybe he can type something in the chat box. I would also like to point out that RA Ali helped our district get to where it is. He was basically the regional advisor the first year, and I must say that his guidance was invaluable. He spent a lot of time on helping Pakistan develop, and I would say that he's one of the key people who made Pakistan become a provincial district. So thank you once again. Okay, now to speak about I think the joke master is Hiba Rais here. No. Is Hiba here? Hiba Rais. No. PM Tala? No, I think she's not here. Never mind. I will go onwards. And today our theme is 11. So let me talk about 11. You know that 11 is a prime number, and a prime number is an important mathematical number that can only be divided by itself or the number 1. The number 11 is the smallest two-digit prime number, so something to remember about 11. Another thing about 11, which I just found out today, that Russia is so massive that it has 11 time zones. And most importantly, today we are having our 1100th meeting, a milestone for Pakistan, for Karachi Toastmasters. And I would like to thank the giants who came before us, who helped form this club. People like DTM Salim Ahmed, late Salim Ahmed, He is the person who carried the club for, I think, almost 15 years on his shoulders, and we cannot thank him enough for his service. Now we will go to the prepared speeches. Today, our first speaker is DTM Tala. His speech title is KTC Flight to the Future. Time is 10 to 12 minutes. This speech will not be evaluated. DTM Tala.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. Before that, I believe that our past ID, Ali Shehbaz Ali, would like to say a few words. He has just indicated. So, DTM Ali, over to you.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Karachi Toastmasters and my Toastmasters family in Pakistan. Happy to see two pillars who help me and help everybody make this a reality today, DTM Samir and DTM Talha. I'm multitasking at work. Sunday is a working day in Bahrain, and it's not possible to switch on the camera. My friends, I'm always glad to drop in Karachi Toastmasters Club. I know the club has a lot of legacy stored in its bag, and this legacy will only continue to build. And there are lot of milestones yet to come. I just have a small message before I drop off. The message is, even though if you are an international director of Toastmasters, a past international director like me, or an international president, district leader, district director, you will be only known as per your best performance, your last best performance in your club, because club is the foundation. Even the CEO of Toastmasters, they go back to their club to showcase a lot of their skills in leadership and public speaking. So at times, when I was listening to one of the DTMs, I believe Mr. Sarfaraz, he was talking about either people not filing credits in Basecamp or some are not delivering speeches. So here is where the problem begins. We don't make use of our club time, club resources. Club is supposed to be our laboratory, and we should do all kind of experiments, testing, failure, everything in club. Even the speech contest, world champion of public speaking, it doesn't begin at the convention. It begins at the club. And then it goes to area, division, and district, and so on to semifinals and finals at the convention. So we cherish our moments in club, and we master our skills starting at the club level. So that's how important it is. Thank you very much for having me. I wish I could interact more, but I'm helpless. God bless you all, and enjoy the rest of the meeting. Over to you, DTM Talha and DTM Samir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We are truly.
No, I'm saying I was going to say the same thing. We're truly grateful for his presence, and as I said, for his full guidance for the year when he was the regional advisor. And I think he spent more time guiding us than his own job, quite frankly. So I'm very grateful for that. So now we'll get to our prepared speeches session. And our first speaker is DTM Tala, KTC Flight to the Future, time 10 to 12 minutes, DTM Tala.
All right. Thank you so much. Sorry, once again, unauthorized interruption, but constant interruptions by the VP Education are a hallmark of KTC meetings. So a bit of housekeeping. Toastmaster Lateef Mansoor Ali is with us. If you can take over as a backup listener, if in case Toastmaster Abdul Rahman is not here, will be sincerely appreciated. And secondly, this is a 10 to 12 minute speech. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Lateef. And our counter is not being like she is having connectivity issues, but she'll join as soon as she can. And with that, I need someone, since I'm the timer, I need someone to time this particular speech. Can anyone volunteer?
I can do
Oh.
that.
All right. Thank you, Toastmaster Imran. It's a 10 to 12-minute speech, so I'll be just putting on the presentation. Just a second. Right, please let me know if you can see the presentation. Can everyone see it? All right. Thank you so much. So here it goes. So KTC has always been about the future. We are celebrating our glorious legacy and past today, but every bit of that past has actually helped build great future. One of the prime examples of that has been KTC's pivotal role in establishment of Pakistan as a territorial council and subsequently its graduation to a provisional district. Uh, how did that come about? You'll see in the presentation. The journey began on September 1, 2000, and the initial meeting place was Awari Towers, Karachi, and we met alternate Wednesdays. These are all the founding fathers, if you can see. Amanullah Jumani, Imtiaz Paracha, Zia Paracha, Hanif Sattar, Khalid Jilani, Jamil Janjua, and Sayyid Sharik Mateen. So these are the club officers' information, and this form is dated September 6, 2000. We've had a glorious lineup of presidents throughout the year, so we'll go through them quickly one by one. Our founding president was Toastmaster Amanullah Jumani, then Rumana Imam, DTM Dr. Salim, his first stint as presidency, Toastmaster Yasin Saya, again DTM Dr. Salim as second stint, Toastmaster Iqbal Bakshi, DTM Sabib, a familiar face here, Toastmaster Abid Ali Habib, Toastmaster Haider Lucky, DTM Dr. Salim, his third stint as president, the late great Toastmaster Asad Rafi, DTM Dr. Need, Toastmaster Maria Paula, who just joined us. So welcome, Toastmaster Maria. Toastmaster Najim Rizvi, Toastmaster Hassan Thabor, Toastmaster Shamsuddin, myself, Toastmaster Imran Rana. And let me just mention here that in terms of numbers, 1920 was the most successful year in KTC's history. Then it was followed by Toastmaster Musa Kawal and myself again, and then Toastmaster Hiba Reis. And finally, after KTC had performed the unique feat of exporting a president to a club in San Francisco, it imported a president from Texas, who is currently our president, DTM Sarfaraz Nazir. Over the course of years, there have been so many special people associated with KTC. And there's a small poem. It was originally written in honor of DTM Dr. Salim, but I believe that it applies to all these glorious individuals who have been at some point part of KTC. Going from left, DTM Dr. Salim, Toastmaster Asad Rafi, distinguished Toastmaster Mazhar Jamil, and most recently, DTM Raghunath Raju, who has been a KTC member and a close friend and ally, even when he passed away incredibly early and suddenly, he was in conversation with many KTC members. And finally, and most recently, Toastmaster Iqbal Bakshi, who, as we saw, had one of the major roles in the early years of KTC. He passed away recently. So this is the short poem, and it is, again, a tribute to DTM Dr. Salim, but I believe it can be to each and every one of them. No mountains, yet they needed to climb. No rivers, yet they needed to swim. There was no path, yet the piper would walk. All they had was but a dream. They gathered round him as he spoke. more mellifluous than 1,000 flutes. He showed them the light, they fled in line, they filed in line. He walked on, and they followed suit. Some faltered, slowed, even deaf. The piper only knew to march on. He cared not how many followed, only how robustly they were drawn. The light, though, never showed any sign of drawing near to a brighter tree. Soldiered on the merry caravan, and finally they realized the truth. The light shone but to guide the way. The journey was their magnum opus. Destiny was every step they took. Their voices now glorious chorus. The piper broke his step, smiled. He knew his master work was done. Star-like he flew and flitted away. He and the light at last were one. So all these guiding lights are there to show us the way forever and ever. And finally, this is the lineup of distinguished Toastmasters, and you can see that there are so many well-known faces. Our most recent DTMs were Ghulam Qadir Campwala and Rabia Zishan. Both achieved their DTM in calendar year 2023. And you can see I'm absolutely particularly proud of two individuals there, which I would like to highlight. DTM Ali Ashar Ranjum and DTM Saab Shuaib, who joined the club almost alongside each other. And when they joined the club, they had serious speech impediments, and they were initially reluctant whether they would be doing well in a public speaking forum or not. And yet, they became such integral parts of the community that they were known as brilliant orators. Today, DDM Ali Ashar Ranjum is studying in Italy, and he has become an author as well. He's a research social. He's doing research in the social sector. And DTM Saad Shuaib, we all know, went on to not only become a DTM, but also an area director and co-founder of Quantum Leap Advanced Toastmasters Club, as well as Say Global Toastmasters Club. So his influence is all over Pakistan. We have DTM Dr. Salim, I believe the first DTM in KTC, his daughter, DTM Maria Ahmed, DTM Samir, a familiar face, DTM. I'm not allowed to say the name, that's the regulation, but please see for yourselves. DTM Dr. Renee, myself, DTM Rashid Sagir, DTM Shahrukh Shahnawaz, who is currently studying to be a judge. And he's an excellent intellectual and a regular contributor to various newspapers. DTM Sarfraz Nazir is a two-time World Championship semi-finalist, but even that introduction is selling him short. What he has done for KTC and the Toastmasters community in Pakistan is really, really beyond description. Then we have DTM Ghulam Qadir Campwala, and unfortunately, he's not in the meeting today, but I will request all the members who are attending to remind him that the celebratory dinner is still outstanding. And finally, we have DTM Rabia Zishan, who joined as someone from the TCS volunteer force, and today she's actually working with the Citizen Foundation, and that remains her passion. Moving on, there is one feat that KTC has achieved that I'm not sure if any club on the planet has matched. It's a very unique achievement, and that is that over the past 5 years, 4 of our speakers have made it to the podium of the video speech contest of Toastmasters International. And the video speech contest is for districts who are not full-fledged districts. So in a way, this contest is even tougher than the actual international speech contest. Why? Because you deliver a speech at club level, you have no chance to practice it hundreds of times in clubs around the world. You just record that speech and you send it right there and then. So essentially, it's a club quality, club level speech that is going to compete on the world arena. And our first ever winner is DTM Beep This, all right, it's DTM that Kalia, I would say. The second winner was Toastmaster Javed Bhatti, and a certain lady won the prize 2 years in a row. Here's finger crossed for our this year's entrance, Toastmaster Fahim Razak. Although I'm in a pretty good position being the VP Education of 3 clubs, so I have 3 candidates to support. So even if KTC doesn't win, you do the math. Finally, and then we have a proud tradition of success at the area level speech contests. Don't ask us about the division or the district level, but areas, yes. We have been sweeping the Area 1 contest ever since our inception. This year too, we have Toastmaster Fahim Razak, Toastmaster Kadeem Meghani, Toastmaster Majid Akhtar, and DTM Rabia Zishan, Toastmaster Latif, and Toastmaster Anam representing us in various categories at Area 1. But that's not all. We have 2 of our agents in Area 10, Quantum D, and both of them will be representing Quantum D. But they are also dual KTC members. So Toastmaster Imran and DTM Iram Rizvi will be representing Quantum D in the international speech contest, whereas again, both of these individuals will be representing us in the evaluation speech contest. So we have we know the art of hedging our bets, and this takes it to another level. So I urge KTC members to take up more dual memberships so that they can be represented in pretty much every area in the District 120. This is a picture of various leaders that KTC has produced. So these are either club leaders or area or division or district leaders. So this is also a proud tradition of Karachi Toastmasters Club. And now this is the number of clubs that KTC has either officially co-founded or has or its member has had a hand in founding or co-founding. So of course, Karachi Toastmasters Club, Husn Khitabat, Kolachi, Quantum Leap, Express, DJ, CA Karachi, Dawes IBHM, Al Karam Toastmasters Club, TCF Toastmasters, Storytellers, Quetta, KE Electrifiers, KE Toast Squad, HPL Internal Audit, Stand Out Loud, Hyderabad Toastmasters, DG Khan Cement Toastmasters, Century Paper Toastmasters, E-Mamba Toastmasters, Cloud 122 Toastmasters, Wordwise Advanced Toastmasters, and Contour, Karachi, Lahore, and Islamabad. Of course, not all of them, all of these clubs are alive today, but you can see the contribution of KTC's members over the years. This is our history of being distinguished. So the yellow is President Distinguished, the gray is the Select Distinguished, and the red is, or the bronze is only the Distinguished. And 2019-22, we were actually distinguished. That cell is not shaded here. And this is one memorable feat that KTC achieved. And that is that in the transition year where we transition from pathways to, from the old curriculum to pathways, there was one year where the dashboard had education awards from both the curriculums, the old and the new. And KTC was one of the first clubs, one of the few clubs around the world which ticked all the boxes, both the old curriculum boxes and the pathways boxes. And you know why Toastmaster Imran Rana is smiling? Because it was during his year that this happened. So absolutely phenomenal achievement there. This is the picture of our education awards. We had 80 in 2019-20. We had 122 this next year, 131 the next year. Then it dipped a bit at 74. And right now we stand at 43. So yeah, again, another reason for Toastmaster Imran to smile. But rest assured, even today's numbers make us one of the leading clubs in the world and place us in the top 20, if not the top. So these are some of the innovations that KTC brought. We were the first to start online voting years and years before. Online agenda, education award recognition, standby speakers and rolling agenda. First online single club meeting on March 18, 2020 was by KTC. Yes, that very day, several other online meetings also took place in District 122, but this was the first single club. We started the Critics' Choice Award. We prioritized speeches over and everything else. One member, one role. We also started academy meetings, which were advanced format meetings. We enabled specific member attendance where if the member did not have the time to attend a full meeting, they would still just perform their role and leave. FTL meeting format, which is something faster than light. And what is that? It is a unique meeting format where if we had like 10 or 12 speeches, what we did was that Toastmaster of the day introduced everything. They did not bring the individual role player. They did not invite the individual evaluators to introduce the speech. They just introduced themselves, and everyone then stepped up when it was their actual time to speak. So that saved us quite a bit of time. And finally, we went from 3 to 4 to 5 and even 12 projects per meeting at one point. These are some of our members and past members who contributed to ParkTech 2023. And we also pioneered the Speakathon of district leaders. Same one is also planned this year, depending upon the availability of the district leaders. These are some of the combined meetings that we pioneered. A meeting of 4 premier community clubs in Pakistan: Karachi, Islamabad, Lahore, and Rawalpindi. Meetings with foreign clubs, and of course, that memorable meeting in the parking lot where we were kicked out of the hotel due to exceeding our time. And that was the COVID era, so they were awfully sensitive about it. Anyhow, we continued the meeting and finished in the parking lot. And that was pretty much it. KTC continues, and thanks to all of you, thanks to everyone else. I believe that we'll add much more to this legacy. Over to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you very much, JDM Fella. Our next speaker will be DTM Irim Rizvi. She is indeed one of the most charismatic and charming Toastmasters that I have ever met. Whenever she comes to a meeting, she lightens it up. She gets everybody motivated. And I think that's what's going to happen today for sure. Her speech title is, it is from Engaging Humor. And I believe the speech title is about brain. I'm sorry, I forgot to write it down. Her speech is 5 to 7 minutes. And evaluator is Imran Rana, TM Imran Rana. TM Imran Rana, please give the objectives.
Thank you so much. I'm sure I'm audible. Okay, fellow Toastmasters and guests, today Toastmaster Iram Rizvi delivering her speech from Pathway Engaging Humor. And the purpose statement of this project, the purpose of this project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmasters envision mentoring. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspects of our previous experience as a protege. So Toastmaster Hina, all the best, and the stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Imran Rana. The trick is, I was seeing Toastmaster Hana Abdul Hafiz, the area director of Abu Dhabi, posting up these beautiful videos and pictures of holding up mic, holding trophies, having group of people around her who were very happy. Now, who holds up trophies and mic and looks happy? Usually I would freak out. But then I contacted her and said, Hana, what's your reason? What's happening? Who are these people? Why are you holding trophies for making toast? She said, listen, where do you live? She guided me, which is the closest club close to me, and said, just go. I said, what's the secret? She said, the trick is be there. I was there. and I attended the very first meeting of Barsha Toastmasters Club. It was buffled up and filled up with so many people with such great vibes. And what I saw was, because I was thinking, how are all of these people, while I was shaking hand with them, were meeting me nervously, were slightly saying, okay, what's your name? This is my name, and that's it. But then when they came up to the stage, they did a delivery, and coming back, walking back from the delivery, the spark, the shine, the energy they had was amazing. And I was thinking, what's the secret? The trick I will come to know later. I went off from that meeting, came back again after 3 months because of some family health issues that we had. But when I came back on that very first meeting, I was assigned a mentor called Debjit Sangupta, an amazing person. And I was about to open up the Pandora, what an amazing mentor he was. And I asked him that I want to do an icebreaker and I want to do it like all of these people. What's the secret? He said, the trick is be yourself, share a story that you're comfortable to talk with unknown people. Bring up something that's easy for you. Bring out something which you have been holding, but you feel that these are the people that won't judge me, and do your first icebreaker. Another trick is have your speeches related to the theme of the day initially. Just give you an idea to connect well with the quotes. I was holding up the paper. I did my icebreaker, and I still have the recording reminding myself that how daunting an icebreaker can be. I won the best speaker somehow because whatever I shared, I thought was something tough, but when I shared with the audience, I connected with them that it was their story too. Then I moved on to table topics. We were having contest, and I asked Toastmaster Debjit, what is the secret? You have been winning till around division and further level in District 105. How are you doing it? What do people do? He said, the trick is write down 20 topics close to your heart, connect to the topic that's been given to you, do a storytelling, bring up something in the middle that first hits you, that comes from your school days, college days, university, anything, and then see how it goes. I was standing for the contest. Toastmaster Debjit has been the winner all around for last 3 to 5 years. And I did the speech, started with, fair daffodils, we weep to see you fade away so soon. As yet the early rising sun has not attained its noon. Stay, stay, please don't go away. And then I did my speech. That day in contest, I was first position, Toastmaster Debjit was second. And I could never see someone so proud because of the tips and tricks he shared in mentoring. Went ahead going for further contest of area and division. I asked him how to stay there because I've never spoken in front of 300, 400 people. It's a huge, huge contest of the division. He said, the trick is just do not get disqualified. And I have stuck that thing with me deep inside that I would not get time disqualified, come what may. I would not get disqualified for any content that's been 20%. Read the rule book before you come onto stage. Practice the rule book again and again. Have it drunken up and embed in you. He said, what will happen? You would most probably be third or fourth, but hearing those sounds, that today there is one disqualification of time. That leaves a daunting feel inside. Just do not get disqualified. I took that up. I went ahead and proudly, till today, in more than 52 plus contests that I have been part of, I have never been disqualified because that's the trick I took from Toastmaster Debjit. Now, it happened at times that I would not exactly win. And even on the club level, I would be feeling that, I have put up 2 months in preparing this speech that didn't work out. I asked Toastmaster Debjit, how are you so cool with it? What's the trick? What's the secret? He said, the trick is, most of the time, you get votes in your club based on your performance. We are all human beings. And in Toastmasters, we like to see the difference of a performance. Maybe that day, the performance you did was as good as you have done last time, but there was someone who was traveling and probably having hiccups, but that day did better in their capacity. Always accept that people like to see people improving. It's not about competition. It's about seeing who has done better that day. And we are human beings to judge that. I took this in my heart, and I have always taken winning or no winning as something not related to the certificates, but related to myself, that when I'm driving back, how do I feel that if I won today, did I did my best? Or if I didn't win today, did I do something which could be better? So thankful to Toastmaster Devji to do that. And when I sit down and summarize all of the experience I had with him, I understand he was following the footsteps of mentorship program of Toastmasters. Don't hold the finger like a coach. Guide them with their situations. Give them valuable advices and feedback that stays with them forever. Put up your heart when you're listening to your mentees or proteges. Put up your heart when you're giving them advices. Put yourself in their shoes and understand, how would you feel if you would get that advice? Are you walking the talk? Are you talking the walk? Or are you doing none of those? So when I asked him the secret, he said, the trick is always be hungry. Look out for mentors. It doesn't stop here. Find someone to fix your eye contact. Find someone to advise you on your smiles. You used to laugh before sharing your joke. Talk to DTM Ajay to share how he tricks out the humor in his speeches. Find different people, value their times, and you will ace in whatever you do. Today, I dedicate this to Toastmaster Devji Sangupta, and I hope that mentorship could make a difference in everybody's life, because Toastmaster mentorship program is so pure. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, DTM Samir.
Thank you, DTM Iram Rizvi. A really inspiring speech. Now, I will request for our next speaker, DTM Sarfaraz, to give his project. The topic is the unknown foundation, time 5 to 7 minutes, and I will be the evaluator for the speech. The unknown foundation, DTM Sarfaraz.
Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, around the start of Ramzan or Ramadan or fasting, we receive emails and messages from foundations asking for donations to help the poor and needy. We have heard about ED and ED Foundation. We've also know something about Sailani welfare. We know a lot about the Citizen Foundation. Today, I want to talk to you about a foundation that is not known, an unknown foundation, and tell you something about what this foundation is working on. This foundation has a water assistance project. Based on this project, it provides water coolers to places in need. For example, this foundation provided a water cooler to a masjid or mosque near the Pakistan railway station in Karachi, a double water cooler to a school near Tuba Masjid, a water cooler to a masjid in Manzoor Colony. This foundation also has a women's assistance program whereby it provides funds to assist women. For example, during COVID, a teacher in Punjab wanted a laptop so that she could work while she was at home because of COVID. The foundation provided her a new laptop. Funds were provided to a woman who recently got divorced. Funds were provided to a poor person who said, I am looking for someone to help me perform Umrah. This foundation also provides funds to needy on a regular basis, especially during the month of Ramadan. Let me tell you what's unique about this foundation, even though it's unknown. This foundation does not collect donations, and that's why it's unknown. No one knows it exists. It is funded by only one person. The name of this foundation is the Nazir Foundation. And of course, from the name you can tell who is behind this foundation. This foundation exists in memory of my mother and father. Whenever someone provides me with kudos, or whenever I think about the success that I've had, I owe it to my mother and father. As the only son, can you imagine the sacrifice that my mother had to go through, letting her only son as a teenager leave home and travel halfway around the world? She missed the opportunity to spend a lot of time with her grandchildren because of the distance. When I think of my past, I was a pain in their neck many, many times. Many times I did something that was opposite of what they wanted. And instead of being regretful, I thought I'll do something. Because as I was growing, I noticed they were very giving. Anyone who came to our house looking for assistance or help, they never turned the person away. And I'm trying to carry on that legacy of giving. Because in my personal opinion, you cannot be successful if you are not willing to share your success with others. Some of you have heard my keynote. In my keynote, I talk about 3 ingredients of a formula that pushes you towards success. It includes a mixture of quite excelling, quite impacting, and quite giving. Most people talk about what it is needed or what is required to become successful. Very few people talk about giving when it comes to success. But in my view, giving is part of being successful. If you're not willing to share your success, then you don't deserve to be successful. And you have to have a reason. Just because you have a few bills in your pocket doesn't mean that you're going to go giving it away. So something has to drive. When people ask me, what drives you? And I say, it's the memory of my parents, what they went through in order to provide me, or in order to put me on the first rung of the ladder to success. And I owe. And no matter what I do, it'll never be enough. So that's why I started today. I did not mention to people in general about this foundation because I don't want people, he's got a way to collect money or funds from people. And I thought, as long as God has made me in a position where I can help others, I will continue to help. And today I'm mentioning it. I thought, well, every now and then people ask me for advice when it comes to Toastmasters, that from now on, when someone says, hey, Sarfraz, tomorrow night I'm competing in the district contest. If I give you my video, can you look at it and give me feedback? And how much will you charge? That's what a Toastmaster in District 50 asked me 24 hours before his contest. I said, it's too late for me to change or speak. I'll just give you some free advice, but I'm not going to charge you. So I'm thinking from now on, if someone asks, hey, what will you charge? I said, I won't charge you anything, but you can donate to a foundation called the Nazir Foundation. And I'm so proud that my parents were responsible for my success. I'm so proud and so blessed beyond belief that I don't tell people how successful I am. So therefore, I thought I will share my success with others through the Nazir Foundation. And you're the first ones to know something about this foundation. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, DTM Sarfraz. This ends our prepared speech session. Timer, can you please confirm if everyone has qualified?
Yes, both speakers have qualified.
You mean all three speakers?
I don't know about myself, but I am not. I was not counting myself among the speakers.
Yes, you should not, because you took 16 minutes and 41 seconds.
Why didn't you ring the bell?
In any case, in that case, I request everyone to please cast the votes for DTM Sarfaraz or DTM Iram. Please send the votes to our vote counter, DTM Tala. In fact, sorry, it's right on the screen. So please click and choose. I will wait for 15 seconds until everyone votes. The vote counter will inform when the votes all have been received, then we'll move on.
We can move on, sir.
Okay. Our next session is table topics, and our table topic master is Toastmaster Vase. Toastmaster Vase, please take over.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. I hope I am audible to everyone. Good morning and Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thank you for being here today as we celebrate this very, very special occasion, as we celebrate 11 centuries of KTC's meeting that spreads over almost over 2.5 decades. That requires some serious resilience, persistence, consistency, and commitment. And you can just add up as many adjectives as you want. So today, our table topics will be revolving around our experience as Toastmasters. But as the convention goes, I have to share some ground rules. The table topic session, what we will be doing is we will be targeting as many speakers as we can during this session. And every speaker will have 1 to 2 minutes for their table topic speech. As the 2-minute ends, they will get an additional 30 seconds. And in those 30 seconds, the speaker has to wrap up his speech. If you go above that, you disqualify. So, I won't be stretching things further, as we want as many speakers as we can. So our first speaker, do we have DTM Aliya Sharanjum?
Yeah. Yes, I'm here.
It's really good to see you, DTM Aliya, after so long.
Yeah,
DTM Aliya. DTM Aliya.
Yes.
Your topic is share with us your icebreaker experience. Share with us your icebreaker experience, DTM Aliya Sharanjum.
My icebreaker experience. I joined Toastmasters, Karachi Toastmasters, I guess, in 2020 and in February, and then it took me around 11 meetings to get into my icebreakers. So what happened? Before giving that speech, I paused, a stammer, and it was just pathetic thing. But after that first step of ice breaking, that one step, and then other one step is more like a 1 + 1 is equals to 11. That leads to heaven. That leads to something that I want to pursue, that relished me. Each and everything will change me and my life as a person and as a profession. And to an extent, it boosts my creativity and provide me with the courage to speak and to express myself. And that's how I break my eyes. And today I am in front of you, speaking, King, in front of you. So it's been, I guess, almost 3 or 4 years, and I am enjoying it. And for Karachi Toastmasters Club, it's been 1100 meetings. So I am just a small part of that journey, but yes, it was one of the most amazing day when I delivered my icebreaker and make me what I am today. So over to you, Toastmaster of the table topic master, Toastmaster of Wase. Sorry.
Thank you, DTM Ali Ashir Anjum. Surely you are not just a small part of KTC's journey, you are a hallmark of KTC's journey. Today, let's now move to our second speaker. Do we have DTM Amir Bilal?
Yes, I'm available. Thank you.
Yeah. DTM Amir Bilal, your topic is share with us an experience of a memorable Toastmasters meeting. Share with us an experience of a memorable Toastmasters meeting.
Thank you very much. Fellow Toastmasters, it has to be one of the most terrifying days of my life. I appeared as contestant in Karachi Toastmasters table topic contest. That was the day that entirely changed my life. It was the first contest I was being part of. All the experienced speakers were sitting in front of me. And I was shaking. The moment my name was called, I went up to the stage. The table topic master announced the topic. And the topic was, while I was going, and I found a bag full of. That bag was full, but my mind, my heart, and everything was so empty. I couldn't even utter few words. And it was just about few seconds, around 12 seconds, I stayed on the stage and I went down. I couldn't speak. The journey with that Toastmasters Club, Karachi Toastmasters Club, it took me 3 years to become a runner-up of table topic contest at a district stage. That speaks of the journey. That speaks of the development and transformation I've experienced in my life. You have no idea. Your commitment is something that takes you higher, and your confidence is something that makes you a champion. If you stay consistent, if you stay committed to what you really want to do, you can achieve in as minimal time as you want. Over to the table topic master.
Thank you, DTM Amir Bilal, for that inspiring speech. We can see the huge difference that you have made over the years as a Toastmaster. and throughout District 122. Now, as we move to our next speaker will be Toastmaster Hina Ali. Toastmaster Hina Ali, we can see you.
Yes, table topic master.
Toastmaster Hina Ali, your topic today is, why is it important to have strong clubs with experienced Toastmasters? Why is it important to have strong clubs with experienced Toastmasters?
Thank you, table topic master. I believe it is important to have experienced Toastmasters to have strong clubs. And the reason for that is simply these individuals are the stalwarts. And as you mentioned, as was mentioned for DTM Ali Asher, they're the hallmarks of our club. They're the ones who, when a prospective member, a guest walks into a meeting, and these prospective members, guests, see these experienced members speaking, whether they're delivering speeches or any particular role, facilitator role or a Big Four role, it makes their experience enjoyable and they feel and find value in what Toastmasters is. If you don't have those strong, experienced members in the club, there is no hook at first to bring these members in. The second important thing about having such members in the club are they make for great mentors. So they are able to guide our new members and help them stay hooked to what Toastmasters is about and then go from there. I believe why we've had members such as yourself come to our club and stay with our club is because you have had that experience and because we all have had that experience. The experience of not just taking, but also giving. Right? And the strong experienced members are those who, although they may have achieved their own personal goals, are still there and they're still giving. So yes, strong clubs are made by experienced members. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hina Ali, for that speech. Toastmaster Hina Ali has been delivering as that experienced Toastmasters as she brings the Toastmasters to a very grassroots, to the Gavalier clubs, so that in future we can have really, really strong Toastmasters and we can literally export them all over the world. So now we move to our next speaker. Our next speaker is Toastmaster Abrarwani. Do we have you?
Yes, table topic master, I'm here.
Yeah. Toastmaster Abrarwani, your topic is what makes a good orator? What makes a good orator, Toastmaster Abrarwani?
Toastmaster Dwar, are you there?
Thank you very much, table topic master, for asking such question. What makes a good orator? Yeah, I'm here. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Am I audible? Am I audible? Okay. Thank you very much, table topic master, for asking the question that what makes a good orator. I remember the first day when I joined Toastmaster. And the purpose behind was making myself a good orator. And what were the underlying principles that I had to adopt in order to be a good orator, this is something missing. And that was the answer I was looking for. And that's why I joined Toastmaster. Before joining Toastmaster, I was considering myself a very good speaker, a very good orator. I was able to speak, but I was not able to articulate my idea in such a way that I could build connection with that of the audience. And the key element to be a good orator is if you are able to build a connection with that of the audience who is listening to you, you can be considered a good orator. Because the ultimate purpose of every single orator to transform and transmit their ideas in such a way that it could have a position in the heart and the mind of the audience who is listening to that speaker. My dear Toastmaster fellows and distinguished guests, in order to be a good orator, apart from being able himself to be honest with those of ideas which you are transmitting, plus being real to yourself. Whatever you are saying, always say from the depth of your heart. And whatever you are saying, you must believe on that notion. Because if you are sharing something that you have borrowed from some place, somewhere else, you will not be able to connect unless and until you have your own belief on that. My dear Toastmaster fellows and distinguished guests, I urge every single individual sitting at the 1100th meeting of this Karachi Toastmasters Club. I would like to urge every single individual to be honest. Believe whatever you are saying and be honest to yourself. With that, you will be able to build a connection with that of the audience and the message will come across. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Brarwani. Only an experienced Toastmaster and an accomplished speaker like you can tell us the difference between delivering a word and connecting with the audience, what it takes to connect with the audience. Thank you for that. Now, our next speaker is Toastmaster Maria. Toastmaster Maria, do we have you?
No, I think she's dropped out of the meeting.
Okay, sure. Our next speaker, do we have Toastmaster Asghar Ramzan? Toastmaster Asghar, do we have you?
Yes, I'm here.
Sure. Toastmaster Asghar, your topic is any fascinating skill that you developed as a Toastmaster which you never expected to develop when you joined your Toastmasters journey. Any fascinating skill? Okay.
The skill I developed, how to save your mobile phone and purse. Let me go to the background of the history. It was my first day, I think January 2018, when I joined Toastmaster Club. The first person I met was DTM Samir Dudi. Samir, I later on came to know that he has a unique habit of meeting new Toastmasters. While I was sitting there alone in a corner, totally confused, this gentleman came to me and sat very close to me. We exchanged pleasantries, and then he asked me whether I had heard about Toastmaster earlier. I said, yes, I heard about the name. That is why I'm here. That is why I was here. Then he said, welcome. I would like to welcome you. And thank you very much for joining. I mean, perhaps he wanted to make sure that then and there I should be a member of that club. I said yes. I was somewhat terrified because I'm always suspicious. Once he left the chair, the first thing I did, I checked my mobile and my purse. Both were there in their places. This is the most amazing thing I learned my first day from Toastmaster, but then he went on to become my mentor, and I came to know about him. Who is he? This is my basic story. That the most fascinating thing I heard in my early days in the Toastmaster Club. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Asghar Ramzan. Toastmaster Asghar Ramzan is always entertaining us with his crisp humor. Thank you for that. Our next speaker, do we have Toastmaster Latif Mansoor Ali?
You know the ritual of summoning Toastmaster Latif, do you?
Where is Latif?
No,
Yeah.
actually, I'm at work. Sorry, sorry.
Oh, he appears.
I'm at work. Sorry.
Okay. Toastmaster Latif, will you be able to deliver the table talk?
Well, he's
I
busy.
don't think.
Not available.
Okay, Toastmaster Latif, would it be interesting if you assign him a topic and he can write in the chat box? Would it be possible, Toastmaster Latif?
Okay. Toastmaster Latif, your topic is any personal story that shows where your improved communication skills made an impact. Any personal story that shows where your improved communication skills made an impact. That you have to write in the chat box, Toastmaster Latif Mansoor. For our next speaker, can we have Toastmaster Imran Nana?
Yes, please.
Toastmaster Imran, your topic is what are the reasons for KTC's success over the years? What are the reasons for KTC's success over the years? Toastmaster Imran Nana.
Thank you so much for such a wonderful topic. There are so many reasons. The main reason that our club is so much successful, that the members and all the senior members, they work selflessly for the progress of the club and for the progress of the member. And that's the main thing required for any club to have a perpetual succession, wonderful succession of so much success for our club. From my experience, I was brought up in such a wonderful people like DTM Dr. Salim, DTM Samir, Hassan Ali Thebo, Asad Rafi, DTM Unib, Maria Pana, and Toastmaster Najam Rizvi. And there are so many, and I should name a person who introduced me in Toastmasters, DTM Rashid Dastagir. If I did not, then this will not be a justice. I was brought up amongst those wonderful and selfless Toastmasters. And what I learned from them is that they never work for any credit. They always work for the progress of the members selflessly, and they don't have any, any sort of material interest. Just the main cause was that person should become, or that member should become, a good orator, good confident speaker, and good leader. And that was the reason we have seen so that the contribution of Karachi Toastmasters Club, that this club contributed in so many ways. It produces so many leaders that are still helping the district to do the best. So many clubs, unfortunately, they are now struggling, but The club worked a lot, and the reason behind that the seniors were quite amazing people. So over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Imran Rana, for that table topic. Trust me, you and DTM Tala both have been the two strongest pillars of KTC that has been carrying KTC, especially over half of a decade, as we see. So thank you for your contribution. Now, can we have DTM Samir? DTM Samir, can we have you?
Yes, of course.
DTM Samir, your topic is, just give me a minute. What are the important values that makes a good Toastmaster? What are the important values that makes a good Toastmaster? Toastmaster Samir, DTM Samir.
Fellow Toastmasters, table topic masters. That's a very interesting topic. And I've seen one thing in all of the Toastmasters I've met, no matter where they've been. And that one thing is the need for self-improvement. All of them feel that we need to do something to improve ourselves. And sometimes you see them in other forums doing other things to really push themselves up to a higher limit. So I think that that one particular spark that we want to improve ourselves, we want to get better, and that is why we are here. That is why Toastmasters, because many people, they need the ability to speak well, to project themselves well, but they don't want to make the effort. But every Toastmaster is here because they want to make an effort, and they're here, especially when it comes to a community club, of their own free will. Sometimes, of course, in corporate clubs, you have members who are there because the bosses have told them to be there. But here, everybody is here because they have the inner desire to improve. I would say that's the first most important thing I've ever seen. And the second thing I've seen is that a good Toastmaster is somebody who's not only just taking, but who's sharing, who's helping others, who feels joy when he sees other people progress. And I think that is why I have been a Toastmaster for many years, because it really gives me a great deal of pleasure. As DTM Tala said, that there were a couple of DTMs from KTC who had difficulty in speaking in public, and yet they overcame, they strived, they worked hard, and now they have the confidence, they have the desire to improve, they have the ability, and they've done it. And that really, if that gives you pleasure, that means that you are really a Toastmaster. Because I think that most people, they say that, okay, I'm good, and that's it, finished. Who cares? But a good Toastmaster is the one who enjoys seeing other people progress. Over to you, Tabletop Master.
Thank you, DTM Samir, for enlightening us. Of course, a good Toastmaster has that thirst to improve himself, to rebuild himself, and also the ability or the want to give. Now, I think we can have one more. So, DTM Sarfraz Nazir, can we have you?
Yes.
Yeah. DTM Sarfraz Nazir, your topic is, what do we need to change to improve the Toastmaster experience going forward in future? What do we need to change to improve the Toastmaster experience going forward in future? DTM Sarfraz.
Thank you, Mr. Table Topics Master and fellow Toastmasters. What we need to change when it comes to the Toastmaster experience, I think instead of changing, we need to just implement what's already there. experience. Many clubs, they follow the same format when it comes to meetings, but they fail to fulfill the needs of the Toastmasters. Every person joining a Toastmasters club joins for one reason. Hey, I want to improve my communication skills, or I have to give speeches, presentations in my employment, and therefore I came to join this club. But once they join, their goals are different. Not everyone has the same goal, but we force them. For example, in some clubs, I've noticed a person joins and they're new. They don't even know all the rules and regulations, what Toastmasters has to offer, and we ask them to become a club officer. Oh, no, it's not that difficult. You can be a club officer, and then they have a bad experience. So in order for someone to have a good experience, is the club officers should talk to the individual, find out what is their objective, what do they want to accomplish, and then help it. Some people are in leadership, they don't want to compete. And we force them sometimes, oh, you give that speech, oh, I liked your speech, you need to enter the speech contest. We force them, and then they go to the area and find out, hey, it's more than just giving a good speech. And then they say, I had a bad experience, I'm not going to compete again. So we should not force people to do anything. Finding out what they need, why they joined, and then making sure their goals are being met. Have a good time. That's the best thing. If people are not enjoying, then they are not learning. And if they're not learning, they won't stay too long. Back to you, Mr. Table Talks Master.
Thank you, DTM Sarfaraz Nazi, for that speech. All the KTC members definitely have a really good experience of the persuasion for the contest you were talking about. Okay, so we have DTA Toastmaster Latif has written his speech, so let me share it with you. Thank you, Table Topic Master. I am from Karachi, and we enjoy to intervene in any talks, fight, and accident. We enjoy gossips and tea. The love of tea is so high that all discussion begins and ends it with Pathan chai. But I learned in Toastmasters how to observe others, and somehow I have developed this skill of being. Just a minute. Okay. But I learned in Toastmaster how to observe others, and somehow I have developed this skill of being a good listener and evaluate that is this discussion worth communication. So, yes, now I don't indulge myself to anything and everything. It saves a lot of energy and stress. As a matter of fact, I enjoy the fun when two are discussing. Prime example is our TV shows. Moderator asks a question and they answer what other person has done wrong. Enjoy the fun element and save the energy. Thank you, everyone. So this was from Toastmaster Latif Mansoor Ali. Thank you, Toastmaster Latif, for writing this to us. So this was the table topic session. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Table Topic Master. I would also request the timer to confirm if all speakers are qualified.
Yes, all speakers have qualified. And the added wrinkle to this voting session is that you are all requested to vote for your top three. Because, of course, all of you will vote for yourself. But we need to have a result. So please also think about other speeches. And after yourself, who was the second best and third best? Please vote so that we have a final result. So I'm floating the poll. And over to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, DTM Tala. Now we are going to go to our next session, which is the evaluation session. And for that, I will hand the charge to Toastmaster Saad Amin. Toastmaster Saad Amin.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day. Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, every Toastmaster meetings has a separate section on evaluation and providing timely feedback. Now, I realized the importance of this evaluation and feedback when I was having a very tough conversation with one of my team members. Now, my team member, he was expecting an exceptional rating, but I was supposed to tell him the number of reasons why he will not be getting an exceptional rating this time. But what was it his fault? Not that much. It was more so of my fault as the manager. Why? I did not give him the timely feedback that he deserved. Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, this is the importance of the last but not the least evaluation section of the Toastmaster meeting, where we get to hear, and it's not a one-to-one feedback, we all get to listen into it. We all get to learn how do we improve each and every time we speak. Let me just quickly brief on how this session will be, how this session will go. So first we'll have the evaluation of the prepared speeches, followed by the evaluation of the table topic speeches. And then we will have a report out of the facilitators. So each facilitator will give their inputs and their reports. And then it will be followed by the overall evaluation, which will be done by myself. So quickly moving on to the prepared speeches. So the first prepared speech was by DTM Tala, but that will not be evaluated, as I understand. The second speech, prepared speech, was by DTM Iram Rizvi, and her speech will be evaluated by Toastmaster Imran Rana. Toastmaster Imran Rana, over to you.
Okay, just wanted to confirm that I am audible and visible.
Yes, you are.
Okay, great. Today, DTM Iram delivered a wonderful speech. I must say, she shared all the secret ingredients, how to be a good protege. You started with a personal story, and personal story always engaging and attention grabbing. The speech revolves around all those people who inspired you in a different way, and they shared that secret ingredient with you. A good protege should be curious enough about learning, and that's what we felt in your speech. And we could easily see the thirst of becoming a member, delivering an icebreaker speech, coming up with the best of the best speech, competing against champions and winning, becoming the best table topic speaker, and delivering a contest speech against 300 people. And the victory has not stopped, and it's still going on. And all the best for the area, division, and district contest. The crust of all those secrets is that you should be there and face with the courage. I like the way you mentioned the names and gave credit to all your mentors who created great impact in your life. In 7 minutes, you just shared the valuable learnings. I must say, you should do a keynote speech so that we can learn more and more, and it could be a valuable learning for all those newbies. Since the time was limited and the way you were delivering the speech was coming from your heart, and we could easily see that, what I felt that maybe pauses could be helpful to grab more as the speech. As the speech was delivered with pace. The speech has no title. Maybe the title could be The Secret Ingredient. The speech was delivered casually, and the vocal variety throughout your speech was monotone. Maybe you could add some vocal variety that would give more thought in it. Overall, a wonderful speech delivered with zeal and zest, and it felt like that she is not DTM Iram, maybe a spirit of Sukrab, sharing all the valuable learning. Just incorporate all those few areas of improvement. This speech could do wonders and change life of all the new Toastmasters. So congratulations on completing all those objectives. So over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Imran Rana. Our third and final prepared speech was by DTM Sarfaraz, and DTM Sarfaraz speech will be evaluated by DTM Samir. DTM Samir, over to you.
It will be evaluated. Toastmaster Hena.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah, I know, but it was switched. Suddenly, Hena. It was still switching.
It's in the revised agenda, so apologies for that.
Toastmaster Hena.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Today, DTM Sarfaraz delivered the first of 2 speeches from Project 2 evaluation feedback of the presentation mastery pathway. And I apologize, I've lost count on, mashallah, which pathway he's on now. At first, I was a little bit intimidated and intrigued by the title of the speech, The Unknown Foundation, and I wondered what this was about. And as he started to speak, and I listened to his different short anecdotes about giving, for water assistance, for helping somebody to work from home, and many such other small examples, it finally dawned on me as he went into the body of the speech and introduced the Nazir Foundation. From there, he took us through the why and how of this foundation. And it was very interesting because, as he said, it's not a foundation that's been advertised in any way. And as part of the key of his own success, it has been that he feels that he's been giving, and that has helped him to succeed further. And a valuable lesson that he shared with us that he learned from his parents, to whom he's forever grateful for their sacrifice and just the example of giving that he got from them. From there, he took us to the idea of finally how he could also ask others to support his foundation without just directly going ahead and asking, which was a great idea. So I love the whole premise of the speech and how he took us through it. He is a great orator. His eye contact with the camera, which I am also right now trying to aid. I'm not sure whether I'm doing it very well. Is amazing. His gestures and his voice modulation, always in sync, always affecting, always drawing at our heartstrings. And with that, I would also say that he used a triad in between, which is a very effective tool. Now, if I could only give one small feedback to this exemplary speaker and semi-finalist of public speaking, and this is only my humble opinion, I felt like the end of the speech was very abrupt, very sudden. We were just into the amazing little story of somebody asking for help, and he realized that instead of asking them to pay, he could ask them to contribute to his foundation. And then I think the red light went on and the speech had to be ended so that we were within time. I would just say for that, it's either that somewhere in the middle, the speech the message trailed a little bit. So if we could trim the message And I'm sure it's not a challenge to him, though I've written it down as a challenge. And also to pace the speaking, which I myself struggle with a lot. I don't pace my speaking enough and often get disqualified. Something I need to learn from the likes of DTM Iram, who is an exemplary speaker in her own right and has told us she's never been disqualified. So I guess just working on trimming the speech a little bit, make your message a little bit more succinct, and pace the speed where we need to speed up a bit so that your end message, you have enough time, maybe 30, 40 seconds to effectively give your end message, and that's it. All in all, it was a great speech, and it is always a pleasure to listen to you. Over to you, a general evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Hina. For me, I usually struggle in finding words to say so much, and that's something I need to learn from you. So at times it's good to get disqualified. Thank you. So that brings us to.
Again, apologies for the interruption. Ironically, Toastmaster Hina, you have been disqualified while asking your speaker to avoid disqualification. So there will not be a poll for best evaluator. It goes to Toastmaster Imran. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you. It's a good disqualification, if there is any such thing. So that brings us to the end of evaluation of the prepared speeches. Now let's move on to the evaluation of the table topic speeches, which will be done by none other than DTM Irfan Faruqi. DTM Irfan, are you there?
Yes.
Over to you,
yes,
sir.
I'm here. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, General Evaluator. And I would say that today's session particularly was highly in accordance with the theme that we don't have to go to the meter from 0 to 10, but it is now level 11 where we have to go. Evaluating so many qualified, so many senior people. And I was a little worried why I put my head under this coming plate that I will do this evaluation today, because I did not know that I would have to evaluate so many seasoned and experienced people. But yet it is excellently good. So definitely supporting points would not be available. How to improve, you will find it blank in my speech, in my evaluation, because not very easy to tell something to improve. Yet I would try to do some touching on these areas. So first of all, it was Toastmaster Ali Ashar Anjum. So Toastmaster Ali Ashar Anjum, your current sitting position is actually what was required while you were delivering your speech. At that time, your backside was overlit and your face was dark. So while delivering a speech, I was at least not able to understand and not evaluate your face gestures, your hand movements. The only thing I could assess was your speech, your words, and your tone. So what I would say is that your style was very good because you used the word of the day, which I would again say that it was a shortcoming on the part of our table topic master, that he never emphasized anyone to use the word of the day, and he also did not mention the word of the day. So it says that it should be 11, and the theme is that you cannot accept yourself from up to 10. You have to go far a little ahead up to 11. So Ashar, you used that 1 + 1 is equal to 11. So this is how you excellently incorporated the theme and the word of the day into what you were saying. You were talking about the power of totality, but you used the word of the day and included the theme. That is something very good. And then you also said that it is 1100th meeting. You said that you waited for 11 meetings to deliver your icebreaker. That is again a good way of communicating. So what I believe is that you said you have a problem in speaking and you hesitate, you stop Still, the strongest point is your writing, your speech, and that is excellent for you. Your style was story narration style, that is good. Coming to the second speaker, Amir Bilal. Amir, you said that you were very hesitant in your start, and you talked about the contest where you came to the stage and couldn't speak anything. And today we can very easily see how you have strongly connected to become such a great person, speaker. Now, your conclusion was very strong in your speech, how you told about the story, the event, and when you concluded, that is the best thing in your speech. You said that you used very good words, like when you said word shaking, you emphasized on it. So you said shaking, that was very good. Your word selection, for instance, you said bag was full, mind was empty. Excellent way of presenting yourself. These words were good, and I can very easily see that your speech is to a next level now. Many of us delivered the speech while they were sitting. I'm also delivering my evaluation while I'm sitting, but I'm not a speaker. Particularly Bilal, Amir Bilal, if you deliver your speech while standing, that speech would have been a marvelous, excellent speech. So your hand movements were very good. You said you concluded your speech with the words that stay committed. So that is take home from your speech. Number 3 was Toastmaster Hina. Toastmaster Hina, why strong clubs need experienced Toastmasters. Your speech style was logical. Many have different ways, but you talked through logics. You talked that the speakers who are experienced can be mentors, can be judges, can take the main roles of the speech, and that is why I think your logic convinced our people that they should be experienced people in a Toastmaster club. The best thing in your speech was your language. The words that you choose are not normal words, and the way you presented them was also good. For instance, you said stewards, hallmark, you said hook, and we don't commonly use all these words in speeches. So selection of words, your language is the most strong thing, and your presentation style was logical. A little variation in tone, emphasis on some words can increase your presentation. Then we had Abrarwani. He is among the champions, and to evaluate him is not very easy. He started excellently with the best command, confidence, what makes a good orator. And what happened was that initially he was out. So I thought that it is very difficult, but I thought he doesn't know what is an orator. So he has intentionally switched himself off and gone to Google and find out what is an orator, and then he came back for a speech. Just a part of joke, Abrarwani, I know you are good at English, but if it was not you, I would definitely have thought you are making a trick with us. But you came back, you delivered your speech, your hand movements were excellent, your confidence was very high, and your communication with audience, connection with audience is the strong point. So today, if anyone wants to see who is an orator, I would say that your speech style tells us what is an orator. You also use the word 1100th meeting, so in a way you use the word 11. Then came Toastmaster Asghar Ramzan, as usual, a funny way of speaking, engaging people, and confident style, excellent way of storytelling. Your strength today was storytelling. And I'm sure everybody laughed when you said that when Toastmaster Samir Dodi left the chair, you cross-checked whether your purse is full and your mobile phone is there or not. Definitely, it's not very easy to say something like that, but it is your style. You say it, you talk like that, and that is your best strength. Number 6 was Latif Mansoor Ali, who has done a very good way of changing the style. If you can't speak, write it down, but so I'm not evaluating it because it is not speech. Our 7th was Toastmaster Imran Rana, and his style was of recognizing the people. He recognized all the seniors because his topic was the reasons of KTC success. Good speech, you admired your seniors and you appreciated the legends, your words, your selection, your appreciation was good. However, 2 or 3 times you looked towards your right side, probably, yeah, like that, again like that. You shifted your face towards right, and probably at that time somebody was talking in your family, and from your eyes you were snubbing them to shut up, I'm talking. I know you are in our families. None of us has the courage to shut up, but you did it with your eyes. And the last speaker was eighth speaker was Samir Dodi. And Samir Dodi was logical, numerical. He talked about good Toastmasters activity, excellent focus on your hands, how you presented your figures. Again, if you were standing, would have been better. Toastmaster Sarfraz Nazir, you had a narrative style and you narrated your own story. So I am now disqualified because red light is gone. So if disqualified, let me say it completely. So you narrated a good story, encouraging and motivating to others. The best thing in your speech is the face expression. You did not use your hands, which is good, which would have been good if you done it, but the way you presented your face expression, no, it is not, no, it's not difficult. You face like that. And you have a good time. So that is how with your faces. I would love to copy your face expression style, but if you add your hand gestures, go a little back, show your hands would be better. Thank you very much. Back to the general evaluator.
Thank you very much, DTM Irfan Faruqi. Now let's move to the roles. The grammarian, Toastmaster as well.
Toastmasters.
Toastmaster, sir, may I please request you to present your report?
Yes, and thank you very much. Before going to my role, I have 3 small things to say. Number 1, I wanted to find out some mistakes. Toastmaster Samir Dodi was about to commit one, but then he immediately corrected himself. I don't know how these people developed a software of auto correction within them. The second thing, I need that secret from Samir Dodi. The second thing, when Sarfaraz was saying about Ramadan and fasting, I was terrified because last year someone called me Asgar fasting. So we need to avoid it. The third, Iram Rizvi says that she has never been disqualified. I started to watching all as online speeches. She has to take it in mind. I take things seriously. This is the third one. Now I would like to come to my role. Since I talked about the mistakes, I would like to say some good usage of the language. Let me start from somewhere. He is among the champions. Intimidated and intrigued by the titles, someone said. I think it was Toastmaster Hina Ali. A good Toastmaster is the one who see enjoying other Toastmaster to learn. Samir Dodi told me, I think around 2020, when I asked him why he is still here, he said, I want to see young people flourishing in front of me. And today he rephrased his quotation. I'm grateful to you. You had been my mentor. So whatever you are, whenever you are saying, you must say from the depth of your heart, believed whatever you are saying. Abrar Wani, I think if I would be stretching too much. resilience, persistence, commitment, someone said, pain in the neck, blessed beyond belief, talking the walk or walking the talk. People like to see people learning. Spark, shine, energy, freaking out, charismatic and charming Toastmasters. Introduction, selling him short. DTM Tala bin Ahmed. And these are, it is so unfortunate when you are unable to write your own written things. Okay, so this is the end from my side. Let me go again to the journal evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhaskar. So word of the day also was supposed to be covered by you, or is it someone else?
Yes. Since I joined late, I was able to see Wase Ahmed using it, Ali Ashar Anjum, Abrar Wani. And I'm sorry if someone else used it and I ignored it. I do it sometime.
No worries. Thank you, Toastmaster Bhaskar. Now let's move to our next role holder, which is the timer. DTM Talha, if you can.
Yeah, my only report is that I built in a secret cache because I knew I would run over time. And that is why, incredibly, against all odds, we are right on time. Over to you.
Thank you. Our next role is that of the counter. So can I request Toastmaster Rafat Mubin?
No, she couldn't join today, so you can skip to the next one.
Okay. So our next one role is that of the listener. So Toastmaster Abdul Rahman, if you can present your report.
Hi. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
It was a very wonderful session today, where all the seasons Toastmasters were there, and they shared experience. They shared their experiences. So it was indeed a very wonderful session. So I'll be using some phrases, and I will be asking that who use these sentences in this speech. So an amazing person.
Sir?
No, he didn't deliver his speech.
DTM Sarfraz?
Iram Rizvi.
Iram Rizvi, yes. Yeah.
We all
And
amazing persons.
yeah, pain in the neck.
Sarfaraz Nazir.
Yeah. Come what may.
Iram Rizvi.
Come, yeah. I am so proud. I am so proud.
Everyone.
Yeah, it was used by
DTM
Toastmaster
Talha,
Nazir.
DTM Sameer, DTM Sarfaraz, and all of the DTMs have used this today. I'm so proud.
Yeah. What is the secret?
DTM Iram.
Yeah. Always be hungry.
DTM Iram.
Yeah. So this is from my side. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Abdul Rahman. DTM Talha, we'll do the vote counter right now.
Yeah, I'll float the poll. You can continue with the.
Okay, thank you. So that brings us to the end of the facilitators. Now let me very quickly evaluate the overall meeting. A very special meeting of KTC 1100. So let me just break it down as to how the meeting went, right? So the meeting started with floating of the agenda, and the agenda was, DTM Tala was messaging on the WhatsApp groups to ensure everyone takes roles, but I think that was shared on time. So well done, DTM Tala. So a good start to the meeting. So the second and the most important one is that the meeting has to start on time. Yeah. And this time the meeting absolutely started right on time at 11 o'clock. And that, set the stage for the rest of the meeting. The third one, and the most important one, is how the meeting started. So the meeting started with the president laying down what is the history of KTC and some of the DTMs that have, contributed to the KTC history and the legacy that KTC has put up. So a very good start. He then handed over to Toastmaster of the Day. Toastmaster of the Day introduced the theme of the day, which was very unique in itself, the number 11, and the facts that he shared, really intrigued as to what a number can represent. Then we had a very strong lineup of prepared speeches. So the first time I've seen all prepared speeches by DTMs. So DTM Tala bin Hamid, he took us further into the legacy of KTC, took us down memory lane when the KTC club was started, how many DTMs has it contributed, how many members, awards, so on and so forth, and absolutely amazing. So we feel proud to be members of Karachi Toastmasters Club, not been a regular one, but now I think after listening to all this legacy, it's definitely, something to be proud of. And what I will also request is that this presentation that you gave, it should be, shared with the guest so that they also know how much KTC contributes. Second speech was by DTM Iram Rizvi, where she shared the secret of actually enjoying public speaking and the mentors that have played a key role in her success. An absolutely wonderful speech, and I think it has been evaluated, but I just wanted to say, every time you speak, we learn a lot from you. The last speech was by DTM Sarfraz. DTM Sarfraz speech, as again, it's great to hear him, the way he introduced his foundation, and now that we know he will start to charge. So, actually we can also learn from him as well as contribute to his foundation. So a wonderful prepared speech section. Hopefully, so it was within the time allotted. Some of us exceeded, but that's perfectly all right. Then we came to the evaluation or the table topic speeches. Now, table topic speeches, again, it was unique, all experienced table topics. That's how you learn how each and every table topic speaker had something to say. How do they bring in the entire message into, what they have to say and write within the time limit. So very well done. The topics again by Toastmaster Vase. Very good topics. Every topic was very much linked to the theme and very interesting and insightful. Then we moved to the evaluation. Very good evaluation done by almost all the evaluators. I can understand, BTM Irfan Faruqi, the place you were in with so many experienced speakers, but then again, you had wonderful things to say, very good things to contribute, and you did an excellent job. Finally, the role holders. I think initially the role holders, I would say some of them were not there in the call, and that's something that we can improve on. But the good part about KTC is everyone is there to stand up if there is someone is not there, and that's the key thing that you also learn from KTC is that no matter what, someone else will come and take your place and is willing to help. So overall, great to be the journal evaluator for a very unique and a very important milestone for KTC. And I look forward to also contribute in the 1200 meeting of KTC whenever that happens. So with that, I'll hand over to the president. Yeah, DTM Sarfraz.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saad Amin. And once again, fellow Toastmasters, I'm so glad that it was mentioned that the meeting started on time. That's exactly right. We have been joking about, if it starts 30 minutes late, is it late or still on time? But now the challenge is to make sure it ends on time, but we really don't have a fixed time to end it. But I want to share with you, earlier we were talking about DTMs. The District 50 is having its annual spring conference in April. And the conference here includes the DTM ceremony. Since the last conference, everybody that has received a DTM will be recognized. And for that, I was asked to fill in a form, to say your home club and who mentored you. So instead of mentoring, since no one mentored for my DTM, so I gave the history, how I ended up getting these DT, or why I got these DTMs. And I think they're still looking for the mentorship. Today, I received a message from the PQD of the district saying, we are working on all things conference and wanted to ask who mentored you for your DTM. So instead of sending a message back, I'm going to call this person and tell them that there is no mentor who DTM, but here's who gets the credit. I only plan to get one DTM, and then one in 2008, two district governors or two district directors asked me to be their area director at the same time. And I said yes to both of them and ended up being area director in two districts. And that's how I ended up getting my second and third. After that, I had no intention of getting another DTM. So first, I want to thank Distinguished Toastmaster Amar Bilal. I think if I remember correctly, on 29th of September 2021, I joined KTC online meeting for the very first time, and you were the table topics master, if I remember correctly. And you asked me the question, tell us about a gift that you received. And I talked about the tasbih that I received from my mother. Thank you for that question. And I want to thank DTM Talha bin Hamid. In October, I saw a post in the Karachi Toastmasters Club WhatsApp group. He said, we have an honorary member from USA. Thank you for making me an honorary member. And I could not stay an honorary member because I realized I owe it to Karachi to give my credit for my speeches. And as an honorary member, I could not if I was not a paid member of Karachi Toastmasters. So on November 17th, I talked to DTM Talha and I became a formal paid member of KTC. Soon after that, I received a message from Toastmaster Imran Rana. By then, most members knew that I have 3 DTMs. And he said, why don't you get 4th one through Karachi Toastmasters Club? So kudos to you, Toastmaster Imran Rana, for asking me for that. So not only I got my 4th and 5th, and I now have 6th. I'm working on my last requirement for the 7th DTM, and that will go through the next Vice President of Education of Karachi Toastmasters Club. I'm hoping that it may happen sometime this summer or early fall. So there's no DTMs when it comes, or mentors when it comes to my DTMs, but there are people behind who have encouraged me to get to this stage. And unfortunately, I don't remember the name of the Toastmaster when the club was new, still in its infancy. And I walked into a Wari Hotel to attend the in-person meeting around 2002. And I was asked to answered a tabletop question, just one word, rose, R-O-S-E. And I talked about a time when I was in the 9th grade, and on Eid day, I gave a red rose to my mother. And I walked away from that meeting as the best table topics speaker. I wish I remember some of the names, but not the person who asked me the question. So Karachi Toastmasters has been part of me, and now I'm part of Karachi Toastmasters. I'm looking forward to the DTM ceremony at District 50, where not only all the DTMs are recognized and everybody shakes hands when they come on stage, I'll be given a few minutes to speak. And in the program, it will be listed my home club as Karachi Toastmasters Club. And what's so special? Some of you remember the speeches I've given in Karachi. Through my speeches, I have been able to relive my life. I've been able to recognize what's happened. I've talked about my family, my mother, my father. There's some funny things that have happened and some not so funny. I want to thank everyone who has given me an evaluation to help me improve. That includes DTM Talha bin Hamid, DTM Ali Ashar Anjum, Toastmaster Hina Ali, DTM Irfan Faruqi, Toastmaster Wasi Ahmed, Toastmaster Imran Rana, Toastmaster Muhammad Asghar Ramzan. I won't say Asghar fasting, you are Asghar Ramzan. Each time someone says something encouraging, that's what makes our heart glow inside. And we bloom after hearing those words. I'm so grateful for members of Karachi Toastmasters Club. And before we announce the results of the voting, I'm going to go around and ask our guests for brief comments. So we'll start with the Toastmaster Amar Bilal. I know you've been part of Karachi Toastmasters Club, but I'm glad to see you once again at our meeting.
Thank you very much. I'll try to utilize this time the way my induction to Toastmasters took place. I remember it was 2017 or 18. DTM Talha was in finance and he introduced Toastmasters at Al Kadam. So I was very thirsty and I was looking for a platform where I can polish my skills. I instantly found a person who was leading this project, and I went to DTM Talha along with one more lady from HR, Fatma. I said, we want to be member of this club, and is there any way we can be part of, since the members are already completed and sponsored by the organization. So there was no space for us to be part of that club. But he said, let's join this as guests. And I went in there. I won that table topic session. And before it was thirst, and then it turned out to be a reward. I again went to him. I requested, tell me a way where I can permanently become a part of this community. He said, if not here, I'll take you somewhere which is the best place to be in. He took me to Karachi Toastmasters Club. I met DTM Sameer, I met TM Asghar, I met all the amazing people. And I started my journey. So I just don't have enough words to say thanks to DTM Talha and all those members who have contributed to my success in a way that I am experiencing life today. So super grateful. And thank you everyone for contributing to make the lives better. So I wish this Ramadan and all the years ahead a great success, and thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, DTM Amar Bilal, for your comments. Toastmaster Abrar Wani, your comments about the meeting as a whole.
Thank you very much, DTM Sarfaraz Nazir. It is my honor and privilege, first of all, to extend my heartfelt congratulations to the Karachi Toastmasters Club on this momentous occasion of the 1100th meeting. Definitely, it's a big milestone. And now I can see that now every other year, I'm noticing it since 2020, 1920, that every year now they are celebrating another 100 milestone, and which is for at least a club like Islamabad Toastmaster Club, it is just like a wild goose chase, since we are having only one meeting per week, and we can only present only 3 speeches, and it's always a challenging for that. With each gathering, I can witness that Karachi Toastmaster Club continues to incorporate and embody the spirit of growth, learning, and camaraderie through eloquent speeches like we have witnessed today, DTM Iram Rizvi, DTM Sarfraz Nazir, insightful evaluations like DTM Farooq, Toastmaster Hina, and one name I forget. Well, every evaluator is great. And then, nonetheless, the helping role players, the sarcastic attitude and behavior of Toastmaster Asghar can never be, it's never forgettable. Well, this remarkable club has created a platform for individuals to transform their lives as far as the communication and public speaking is concerned. And we have witnessed, like Toastmaster Anam Qadri, she represented Pakistan at international level, then DTM Zaid Kalia, and one more name, actually, I forgot what it was. Well, there's Karachi Toastmaster Club helping the Toastmaster to unleashing their potential that is hidden within them. And this is a very big milestone Karachi Toastmasters Club is achieving every now and then. And it is very hard, as I said, Islamabad Toastmaster Club is another club in Pakistan, but we are still chasing Karachi Toastmaster Club, and Karachi Toastmaster Club is far, far, far away. As I said, it's a wild goose chase, and nonetheless. Thank you very much for inviting me here. I always feel good while attending the meeting of Karachi Toastmasters Club, while looking so much experienced faces in front of me. And I am blessed to have such a club in Pakistan in District 122. Thank you very much. Over to you, DTM Sarfraz Nazir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rani, for your comments. Distinguished Toastmaster Ali Asharanjum.
Thank you so much, DTM Sarfaraz. And it's been too long that I attended the Karachi Toastmasters meeting, and I was due to my career and professionals, I didn't get time. But I am here in Rome, attended meetings, 2 of them, and whenever I get into the meeting, I always want look at these ribbons. So this goes to the KTC that they made me what I am today. They the family, if that I can share. I have shared lots of things with them. Very, I guess, wonderful moments with them. And 3 years with KTC, they make me and I literally leave Giro. So it's been wonderful to be here in this meeting of 11th 100 meeting, which is yes, it is a milestone for KTC and all of us, and I am lucky that I am part of this club. So it's overwhelming, at least for me. So over to the president.
Thank you, DTM Ali Asharanjum, for your comments.
I think let me ask Ali Asharanjum, is he doing what the Romans do?
I try in my capacity. I can speak like them, so yeah, they are not that bad, so it's fine.
Thank you. Distinguished Toastmaster Irfan Farooqi, if you would like to say a few words on the occasion of 1100th meeting of KTC.
Thank you very much. I joined Toastmasters in 2020. And very soon I came to know that Karachi Toastmasters Club is having its 1000th meeting. For a person who has recently joined a club and whose club has gone to 4, 5, 6 meetings, 1000th meeting was a very surprising thing. So with great enthusiasm, I joined that meeting as an online attendant participant. And I still remember that how fascinating it was to join a 1000th meeting. And when I look today, I am again very happy that today I'm attending 1100th meeting. So in last 2 years, I have been open to 100 meetings. I can't say how many I have participated in KTC, but lots of them. And the reason why I always feel happy to join KTC meetings is the host attitude that KTC members have. The important people in KTC, if I name a few, it would not be very good for the others, but in general, I have been, as a Toastmaster Sarfraz Nazir was saying, that I personally have attended lots of meetings of lots of clubs, but the best club as a host attitude is KTC. When I physically go there, when I virtually join there, everybody entertains me, helps me, feels me, makes me feel at home while I'm with them. And a few very strong people, I don't want to name them, but 2, 3 very, very strong people who always encourage, welcome, make me a part of it, make me a part of the activity. That is the best thing about KTC, and I believe this is the best secret of success of KTC. Thank you, DTM Sarfraz.
Thank you, DTM Irfan Farooqi, for your comments. We have with us Mariam Aftab Kidwai. If you're available, you're welcome to say a few words.
Thank you, sir. What to say? I don't know. I'm so. I joined I'm sorry for that. I joined it late. But when I joined it and I heard all of you guys praising it, going through your own journey, sharing it with us, it is so nostalgic that you start thinking about yours and you can't help it. So it's the hard work of the others that we enjoy. And in Toastmasters, I can say that. Because it's the consistency of the DTMs that we TMs enjoy as being the part of this club. So thank you to all of you guys who have been putting in and giving in so much. I remember I joined it in September or somewhere around it. And I would have joined it earlier, but I started hearing from people around that, when you go there, they'll ask you to say something, to speak, and they'll encourage you, but you have to speak, and they can give you any random work. And I got so confused. I said, oh my God, so I delayed that thing. Remember, I delayed it. I said, okay, I'll join, I'll see. And then lockdown happened, and I talked to DTM Talha, and then I joined in as a guest. I was praised so much about that, oh my God, you were so good. I was given a table topic, the first ever. And you were so good, very good. It was so encouraging. And only 3 people participated in that. I was over the moon. I thought, really, I was that good? Oh my God, really? Then I saw my YouTube video, and that's another story. Then I realized it's a gimmick. Don't fall into it. But that feedback helped me a lot. Because when I watched myself doing that, I realized where I was lacking. And the feedback that I was given, that this was good, this was bad, this can be improved, it helped me analyze myself a lot. And over the time, you realize that what you are doing, how you are saying it, how you should be said it before and after, whatsoever, it's a work. It's a gimmick. You can say that too. But your work, your encouragement, I cannot thank enough, Sir Faraz, sir. Every time, whether I'm late or not, if I joined later when he asked me to speak for on a table topic, he gave me that on that point. He said, okay, speak. you came late. So I'm his favorite bacha no matter what. So, and I enjoy that too. So thank you so much and all the best.
Thank you, Mariam Tabkidwai. And now I'm pleased to turn the control of our meeting to distinguished Toastmaster Talha bin Hamid to announce the results of the voting.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Today, the best speaker narrowly went to DTM Sarfaraz. It was a very tough contest. And till the last moment, I was praying that I do not have to break the tie because I wouldn't have been able to. Thankfully, I didn't have to. Best evaluator today goes to Toastmaster Imran Rana. By default, let me mention, since Toastmaster Hina, as usual, disqualified himself. Best facilitator today goes to our grammarian and wordmaster, Toastmaster Asghar. Congratulations. And best table topic speaker, the most hotly contested battle. And everyone received at least one vote, which is not surprising at all. But the good thing is that there are at least 5 or 6 contenders for the top spot, and the winner only won by 1 vote, which is distinguished Toastmaster Sunil Anand. So congratulations. And finally, the best Big Four today goes to, guess who? Our table topics master, Toastmaster Vase M. Congratulations congratulations to all the winners and participants and the guests in this historic meeting. Over to you, Mr. Bill.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Talha bin Hamid. That concludes our meeting. Do we have any announcements before we adjourn?
Well, who would like to be the Toastmaster of the day for the next meeting?
I saw DTM Ahmed Bilal raise his hand.
Yeah, he appears very interested. Okay, thank you so much, DTM Ahmed Bilal. Over to you, Mr. Bill.
Thank you. Thank you, fellow Toastmasters, for joining us. So glad that you could join the special meeting, 1100th meeting of KTC. We look forward to seeing you again 1 week from today, same time, same place. Until then, be safe, be blessed, and have a good week. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you all very soon. Bye-bye.